Hey guys, how's it going? Today we're going to talk about the new footage or the new trailer for Spider-Man Homecoming. Tom Holland is fantastic as Peter Parker. I haven't seen such a great performance basically since the Sam Raimi movies. This trailer looks really good. It does have really great moments of humor, especially with Robert Downey Jr. Apparently that whole scene where they're both in the car together and there's this awkward hug. Apparently, that was all improvised. I just saw an interview with Tom Holland, and he's basically said that the best and the funniest moments with Robert Downey Jr. and him are all improvised. So it really explains how natural and organic that scene looks and how funny it is because, no one could ever think of that right in a script. It just happens naturally. It's just like one of those funny things in life that just could happen. The thing I like about this trailer is that it kind of has a Sony vibe to it. Basically, the Amazing Spider-Man looks, but it doesn't have the story, which is good. So we have the cool look, the cool Sony look, but we don't have the really bad storytelling that Sony did. So that's good. So there's been a lot of controversy over Mary Jane being black. Honestly, I don't really think it matters. To be honest, what really matters is the performance. When Tom Holland was Peter Parker, I was like, okay, well, let's see if he can pull it off. Does he really have the spirit of Peter Parker? And yes, indeed, he does. He has the best humor. He carries himself as Peter Parker, and he jokes around like Peter Parker. And that is what makes him Peter Parker, and that's fantastic. I love that. It should not matter if Mary Jane is black, Latina, Asian. What really matters is her performance and if she can pull it off. And maybe it's not even Mary Jane. Maybe it's one of the girls that he meets before Gwen Stacy, because a lot of people forget that before Gwen Stacy, Peter Parker had an encounter with another girl. So now the Spider-Man suit has this new glider on, which is interesting because it's one of those dorky things that happen in the comics that you're like, maybe you can lose that part of the suit. Maybe that's not necessarily, necessary. But it works. It really works with the story, and it works with this whole Vulture versus Spider-Man thing. I think that's perfect. Michael Keaton, Birdman. Literally Birdman. It's so funny how we go from this story of Michael Keaton being, Birdman and how he misses being Birdman, and he literally just is a vulture in this movie. Like, how ironic is that? Michael Keaton is a fantastic actor. He's gonna kill it, man. He's gonna make a great performance. I hope it's not one of those performances that's like too cartoony, too over the top, but I have faith that he'll do a great job. I honestly believe in him, and I believe that he's gonna be a great villain. There's also some footage of Shocker in the trailer. I'm not quite sure if that's really him, if it's Shocker, or if it's just some random dude with the alien parts that they scavenge in the first Avenger movie. Apparently there are rumors that he's Shocker. He's in the trailer for literally just 2 seconds. There's really not much to talk about Shocker since he is barely in the trailer. It's interesting how Iron Man, Tony Stark, builds this suit for him, because it makes sense that he would do something like that. Stan Lee and Steve Ditko had this idea that the suit would be kind of like a luchador, Mexican luchador costume. Even you can see it in the influences in the mask. But it's funny how they thought that would be the right choice for the costume, and just how that would work as like a non-sophisticated costume. He's moving constantly. He's jumping off from building to building. It would make sense that his costume is sophisticated too, because it would tear all the time. He would have to move in all these weird positions as Spider-Man, and I think regular cloth would just break and tear, and he would have holes everywhere. Even if it was spandex, it would still sure to break because he has to fight a bunch of bad guys. And it would make sense how Tony Stark would build a suit for him. Even the eyes opening, that was a great detail that they added, and it makes total sense because he does it in the comic. Why not learn from Deadpool movie and do that too? I have high hopes for this movie because of the great actors and because it's a Marvel movie. but also Sony is in the mix there too. So we'll see. We never know. We don't know yet. I have high hopes. I think it's gonna work out. And honestly, the trailer is cool, but it can be even better. So hopefully they'll make another trailer soon, and I'll make a review about that. Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.